Let's kick things off with a deceptively simple question. What exactly is a cell? At its core, a cell is the smallest unit of life, kind of like the tiniest Lego brick that everything in your body and every living thing on Earth is built from. Now, you might be thinking, all cells are basically the same, right? Not quite. We've got prokaryotes, think bacteria, with no membrane-bound nucleus, like a simple studio apartment. Then there are eukaryotes, your animal and plant cells with all the bells and whistles, including a true nucleus, like a house with lots of rooms. Inside, you'll find organelles. These are specialized structures with jobs. Mitochondria are like power plants generating ATP, and the Golgi apparatus acts as the cell's post office, sorting and packaging proteins. But here's the twist. Eukaryotes can form complex multicellular organisms because of these organelles, while prokaryotes stick to being solo operators. So, next time you hear someone say, "It's just a cell," ask yourself what kind of cell, because that tiny difference changes everything, from how bacteria reproduce to how your own body functions. Let me tell you a story about two stubborn housemates, oil and water. No matter how much you mix them, they just won't unite. That's the same dance happening on the surface of every cell, thanks to the plasma membrane, a flexible barrier made of phospholipids. Phospholipids are amphipathic. Imagine a lollipop, with a water-loving head and two water-fearing tails. This unique structure forms a bilayer where the heads face outwards, touching the watery environments inside and outside the cell, while the tails hide in the middle. You may be asking, how do things actually get through this barrier? Here's where diffusion and osmosis enter the scene, two ways molecules move, without the cell having to spend energy, sliding from areas of high to low concentration, like people leaving a crowded train. But sometimes, the cell needs to move things against the current. That's active transport. It's like swimming upstream, and it requires ATP, the cell's energy currency, to power transport proteins. So, whether it's keeping water out, letting glucose in, or pumping out waste, the plasma membrane is the ultimate bouncer. Nothing gets in or out without a reason. Let's switch gears and talk about the cell cycle, a kind of backstage pass to the drama inside every living thing. Picture a continuous loop. Cells grow, copy their DNA, split in two, and sometimes meet their end. Mitosis is the star of this show. It's the process where one cell divides into two genetically identical daughters. Think of it like photocopying a recipe so a friend can bake the same cake. And in prokaryotes, they use binary fission, a quick and efficient split, no frills attached. But what about times when cells need to bow out gracefully? That's apoptosis, or programmed cell death. It's not as grim as it sounds. It actually prevents damaged or dangerous cells from causing trouble, like a self-destruct sequence for the greater good. Now, you might ask, what happens when this system goes haywire? That's when diseases like cancer emerge. Excess mitosis leads to neoplasms, masses of rogue cells, some benign, some malignant. So, the cell cycle isn't just a routine, it's a delicate balance between regeneration and repair. When the checks and balances fail, the consequences ripple through the whole organism. Let's journey into the world of plants. Ever wondered how a tree gets water from its roots all the way up to its highest leaves without a pump? The answer: vascular systems, a network of xylem and phloem. Xylem acts like plant plumbing, pulling water and minerals up from the soil, while phloem is more like a food delivery service, transporting sugars made in the leaves to the rest of the plant. Here's a nugget. The process of transpiration is what powers this movement. Water evaporates from tiny pores called stomata, creating a suction force, almost like sipping through a straw. Cohesion and adhesion, technical terms for how water molecules stick to each other and to the plant walls, help keep the flow going even against gravity. But what if it's hot, humid, or windy? The rate of transpiration changes a bit, like how your thirst levels can spike or dip based on the weather. So, next time you see a towering gum tree or a tiny sprout, remember, beneath the surface, there's a brilliant transport system letting life defy gravity all day, every day. Let's talk about a word that sounds complicated, but is at the heart of survival: homeostasis. In plain terms, it means keeping things steady inside the body, no matter what's happening outside. Imagine you're running a race. Your muscles are burning, you're sweating, your heart's pounding. What's happening beneath the surface? Sensors called receptors detect changes like rising temperature or falling water levels. These signals travel along neurons. Think of them as the body's electrical wiring to the brain, which then sends messages to effectors' organs that act, like sweat glands or the kidneys. Sometimes it's hormones doing the talking. The endocrine system releases chemicals to adjust things like blood sugar or water balance. For example, when you eat garlic bread, trust me, I've been there, your pancreas releases insulin to manage your glucose levels. Here's the kicker. When homeostasis fails, things can go wrong fast. Overproduction of thyroid hormone or lack of insulin can lead to serious health issues. So, your body's internal balancing act isn't just impressive, it's essential for life.